Now, there's no doubt about it that the COVID-19 has changed the world. The UN has stated that 195 million jobs are at stake. So that's 195 million people that may not work, or maybe even times that by two. No matter what, that's a lot of people. One thing that I've learned during this pandemic is my mentality on the 9 to 5 job. And a lot of people are learning that their 9 to 5 is something that they shouldn't depend on. And I know we've probably heard that tons of times on social media. You probably heard that from tons of people, but now's the time where you really got to understand that your 9 to 5, it's not really worth it. And even if it is worth it, it's not promised. So I've talked to tons of workers, and I've met a worker who told me that he works in a distribution center, right? And he saved up a lot of money, and he was wanting to stay with his family in the midst of the pandemic just to keep them safe. And his corporation told him that if he was to leave, he'd be terminated. Now, for me, that was like baffling. And then I've met workers who told me that their companies completely shut down after all the years that they put into their work. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with 9 to 5 jobs. I fully stand by a hard worker, but depending on these jobs, there's something wrong with that. You have to understand that there's multiple sources of income outside of your typical job. And I've talked to people on social media who've told me that they're joining certain outlets just because their jobs completely shut down. And this is really, really bad, but it's actually really good. The reason why I'm saying this is because on social media networks, there's so many outlets for finances. There's so many outlets and ways to make money. You have affiliate marketing, you have content creating on YouTube, you have Twitter money. There's so many ways out there to make money, but it's all becoming open right now. And one thing that I can say to that person who's really trying to do it, who's really in that tight situation because their corporation won't let them stay with their family, or their corporation completely shut down, or they just got fired in the midst of this, try these outlets out. You have nothing to lose. The dependency on your 9 to 5 doesn't matter right now. You have nothing to lose. Go into these outlets, meet your resources, and talk to people. There's a lot of people out there right now in your position, but the only difference between them and you is they're in it right now. They took that risk and they're making money, and you're sitting and you're thinking about it. Don't overthink it. You overthought the 9 to 5. You depended on it, and look where they have you now. Look where your mentality is at now. You grow for a reason. This is a prime time for people to turn their obstacles into opportunities.